You awaken. Things are not as they were. You're on your bed, in your bed, looking up. It seems like it's probably about 10 in the morning. You are tired. And at the exact same time, very well rested. It takes you a moment. You sort of start putting things, the windows open. There's a little bit of sunlight coming in. And you realize that someone is holding your hand. And it takes you a moment to try to piece together why Gregory is sleeping in a chair next to your bed.
Aww.
He looks exceptionally pale. But then you realize the reason you woke up was because you heard something move. And the door opens up. And your father enters the room. He looks clean, shaven, and is in not combat clothing. In fact, the last time you saw him wearing this clothing, he was at home visiting. And he comes to the side of the bed and puts a hand on Gregory's shoulder and then sees that your eyes are open. And he says, "Good morning, little one. How do you feel?" That's good. I'm going to have to be going soon. I've been here longer than I really had permission to be here. We've slept for a good while. I'm relieved to see you awake. And Gregory is like, I'm awake. I wasn't sleeping.
I was holding her hand.
A look of relief on his face. Are you hungry? He gets up and immediately goes to get food. And your father hugs you, holds you. What is your will?
To eat breakfast.
You have breakfast. Your maid in waiting is just commenting on how good you look. And
you probably look terrible.
she actually verbally pokes Gregory a bit on the fact that she looks better than he does, which he hardly agrees with.
As he should.
Yeah.
He better.
Help.
Well,
Good job, you did.
I was ready for so much worse, and now I'm like so upset, like I can do so.
Oh. But word makes it.
Right?
Your father. Your father ends up eating lunch with you. You're very hungry. You're very thirsty, and wow, food is amazing. The world is bright and detailed.
Yes.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
And it is as he is bidding you goodbye that he gets a call, and his countenance falls. Word comes around that Elder Pallant Knight Bruce Winters, who is commander of the Western divisions that they were able to airlift over to protect Cameron, is dead.
Oh.
Or more accurately, has been murdered.
Oh.
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 Yep.
And it is not long afterward, as your father is actually preparing the flitter and is getting ready to leave, that another message comes through. That Elder Pallant Knight Sir Mirkill, commander of the Central Division protecting Cameron, is dead. Or more accurately, has been murdered.
He moves fast.
The flitter lifts off, and rather than heading to the north, it flies to the east.
Do you have any questions before we move on?
What questions don't I have?
Any questions that you would want to ask Gregory? That Gregory might be able to answer about, life, the universe, events that happened over the last 5 days that you've been unconscious?
Oh.
You feel better?
Like he's, I'm great.
So great.
She
So
thinks
great.
so.
Super
So
great.
right now. How long was I?
5 days. I got a message. Actually, I got a message through. Who was it? Lucas. Yeah,
Lucas.
saying you were sick.
How did Lucas?
He didn't tell me. He knew somehow. I think someone from here texted him. I don't know who.
They need to know everything.
They do.
But he told me, and so I got onto the train and came here, and I can't go back.
Oh.
Well, I can go back. It's just going to be a longer thing. The dragons burned the Rushwater Bridge, South One, and a number of other bridges.
When did you get here?
About 4 days ago, just before your dad.
Was anybody else?
There was a thing that happened. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't know much about it. What I heard say was that a man came carrying something awful. He came in through the hospital entrance. People died. Many of those that were ill died. And it came through it was looking for you. and it got to you, and they weren't able to stop it. And then your uncle showed up shortly thereafter, and it left with him. He left with him. There was another man, and he left with. They left and did not come back.
Not good.
The steward is recovering.
Was he ill?
He withstood the man and the thing he carried at the door of your father's office.
My father aware of all this?
Yeah, he asked a lot more questions than I was allowed to ask. He got a whole lot of detail. He seemed both very angry and something else.
You've met my father now.
I have, and he didn't throw me out, which was just really the best I could. And he didn't kill me.
Probably the best timing. He was the worst of anything, or the best of anything that showed up.
Yes.
He's taking any victory right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually went, from my perspective, pretty well. I mean, he let me sit with you.
Shadow and treacherous uncle versus mysterious boyfriend. I'll take the boyfriend.
Take a boyfriend for $200.
And the land of the L's, the lowercase w is king.
Yeah.
He let me hold your hand and everything.
He'd already low-key approved of his boy, so.
Yeah,
He did, that's true.
but he has a face now.
This is probably the most background checked boy in the entire realm.
There's no one safer. He's gentle with animals.
Perfect.
His credit score is great.
Yeah.
He has one citation for jaywalking, bro.
Oh,
And honestly, that
It
like
was to
brings
save
up
a
a
small
notch.
child.
No excuse.
if it was too clean, it'd be suspicious.
Yeah.
Yes, but does he love you?
Yeah.
He does.
Clearly.
Have you seen the house and everything?
Honestly, no.
Have a tour.
Okay. And you give him a tour.